Darren, gonna kick it to you. When I say, what are the biggest security threats going into the new year for firms, what comes to mind for you?
Oh, geez. Password hacking. It seems like, I mean, I'm on the board of a publicly traded bank, and that continues to bubble to the top as one of the biggest risks for all of the bank's customers, and for the bank. It's just, this idea of password compromise. So, what do you see, Molly, working in security all day long? What do you see down the pike that can help us with managing passwords? And I mean, if you look at an accounting firm, they're using all these tools, 20, 25 different solutions with passwords to all those, and then access to all of their clients' passwords and all this stuff. So it feels like passwords is a big issue.
Yeah, I agree with you, Darren. Actually, the top of my list was going to be credentials, because I think that's where you are most likely to be hacked. And sitting on the product team here at Rightworks, I can tell you that that's where we're headed in 2025, is for your web-based or cloud applications, removing the need for you to have passwords at all. So if you're looking for a solution, we can help, because I think, especially for different types of staffers, it really is the logical next step to not be giving them credentials. Let's say you work for a bookkeeping firm, or you work for a firm that offers a lot of cash services, and you have access to a lot of client bank accounts. There might be offshore, temporary, or even just general staffers that you have that you don't want them to have individual passwords or know their login information for those accounts in the first place. And so with OneSpace, that's where we're headed next, is no individual logins to those web-based applications, but a single layer that you move through that's connected to your identity instead of to a password.
So I want to make sure I understand that, Molly. So as a staff person for an accounting firm, I'm going to have some identity authentication, right? Whether that is a passphrase or biometrics or whatever that is. So you're going to get into a platform, and then on the backside of that is going to be, I guess, masked passwords behind that gets you into solutions. Is that the way you see that working?
Exactly. And so a lot of times solutions like this are called single sign-on. So in this case, you'd have an initial login to the OneSpace platform, but then after that, no additional passwords for your cloud-based applications. I think part of the risk right now that you're seeing at firms is you don't actually know who's going where and doing what. You have various staffers opening various browsers and logging into either their personal or work-related cloud applications from there. And so if you have a standardized way that you do this, and everything that is assigned to the user is what they're accessing without a password, that's probably going to be your best path forward. Plus, then you get more control over who logs in where. And I think that's another missing piece. If we're talking about big missing pieces for 2025, we don't have great audit and compliance logs on what people at our firm are actually doing. So if something were to happen, I think that is a risk for firms as well.
I think about the real upside to this beyond, that security risk. It's onboarding and offboarding. You bring on a new staff person, you don't have to now all of a sudden create a bunch of logins for them. And then when you offboard them, you don't have to disconnect them from a bunch of logins, which is really a thing.
I can't tell you how many times I've had firms worried that they might miss an account when they offboard somebody. And this especially goes, during your busy season, you're going to have additional staff. And what if you want to reboard them the following season? This is it's a lot of work and it's a lot of risk. So we're trying to really push our firms to think about a better way where everything is centralized and they're not trying to one-off manage applications.
Makes perfect sense to me, Molly.
This was a great discussion, Darren. I agree with you that the future of security is definitely passwordless. So if you are looking ahead at your 2025 strategy and we can help, let us know. We'd love to help you push past concerns that you have about credentials being stolen. So with that, take care and thanks for joining us.